Alright, what's going on, peeps? Alright, so weekend finish on game week 4. Now we're going to the international break and transfer window is closed. Well, not going to discuss the transfer window now, but going to discuss the weekend proceedings. Now, the first match was Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, and my prediction was actually 2-1. And total to that because Chelsea really put on a good performance and they beat Crystal Palace 4-0. Now the second match, even though I still get the outcome correct, and that's a good point. Now second match is actually Everton versus Brighton, and that scoreline was 4-2, and I get that exactly correct. The exact scoreline 4-2 it is, because I know Brighton can score and Everton are leaking, but they are creating a lot of chance and they are scoring a lot of goals. Now the next match is Leeds United versus Manchester City. I predicted that match that Manchester City would won that match 3-1, but it was a very good match, a very entertaining match as well. But the match it was a 1-1 draw. Now moving on to the next match, which would be Newcastle versus Burnley. I got this one totally wrong. I anticipated a Burnley win, but Newcastle turned up and thrashed Burnley 3-1. Moving on to Sunday's game, which would be the 4th of October. First match, Leicester City versus West Ham. And my God, crazy game. And my prediction was that it would be a 1-1 draw because I know West Ham has very good players. It's just that the system is not quite suiting them at the moment. And Leicester City was on fire last weekend when they beat Manchester City on 5 goals to 2. Yeah. Now, put aside that, West Ham battered Leicester City 3-0, and it was a very good game. Moving on to that Southampton versus West Brom, my prediction for that was a 3-1, and the game ended 2-0. And I still got the outcome, just not accurate, but it was quite close. My prediction for Arsenal versus Sheffield United was, what was that? Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 1, and it was actually, no, it was Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 0, was my prediction. And the scoreline was Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 1. Still got the outcome correct. And it was quite a comfortable win. Even though the latter stage of the game, we kind of make it a bit more too close for comfort. But it was a good game. Next match was Wolverhampton versus Fulham, and Fulham really played good in this match. I thought Wolves would have battered them, but it was actually 1-0. And the next match, Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. And my prediction was it was a 2-2 draw, and it was nothing like that. Nothing. No penalty couldn't save Manchester United this time around. So it was Manchester United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 6, and it was a very entertaining match. Now, moving on, after that embarrassing defeat, we have Aston Villa facing Liverpool, and all heads swing towards Liverpool because we know the talent that Liverpool possess and has in their bank. But on this day, we saw none of it. The back four was in shambles. Joe Gomez, Trent Arnold, Robertson, Van Dijk, they all look like amateurs in this game. And Aston Villa ripped them apart. Ollie Watkins ripped them apart. Jack Grealish, Jack McGinn ripped them apart. And it was a demolition of 7 goals to Aston Villa to 2 to Liverpool. A freak accident, I would have called it. But it was a very good game and very entertaining as well. And those 2 matches, I really enjoyed it. So I am assuming that after Liverpool saw Manchester United got the harsh beating, they said, hey, you'll never walk alone. You will never walk alone, and just join them hands in hands. Okay, so I didn't want to speak about transfer, but since I have time, I can go there. All right, so it was a very good transfer period, one of the highest recording transfer period, I would assume. Yeah, since 2012. No, in regards to the I would say the transfer market, or the money spent, the inflation rate, I would rather say. Yeah, but just gonna discuss Arsenal's transfers. All right, so Arsenal got majority of the transfers from initially early out. That would be when they re-signed Danny Ceballos, sorted out Bukayo Saka contract, sorted out Aubameyang contract. They got Willian early. Now they put Cedric on a permanent deal, Pablo Marios on a permanent deal, and these were done quite early to get the harder part of the market out of the way. Then now, boiling down to the latter stage of the transfer market, our main target was Osem Aouar and Thomas Partey, but based off reports, we got Thomas Partey over the line and it was quite aggressive. I really enjoyed how Arsenal dealt with that situation. But another thing is that I saw a point where Osem Aouar deal, and I understand the reason why the deal didn't fall through, and I can understand with the club and say, okay, on this one we take a pat on our shoulders and carry on, because the Leon president was giving Arsenal a hard time, even when all things was put aside and deal was complete. When the negotiation started with the player and his agent, there was a lot of discrepancies in regards to the agent fee. So the agent was requesting a lot of money for his commission on the player, and I understand that Edu and Arteta decided that we're not going to pay that money, because in this time and age, where COVID-19 has affected every club financially, I don't think they would really go ahead and do something like that, and that is not morally right for also a club with such standard. Now, moving on, we didn't get the Aura deal out of the way, because initially the club was giving us a hard time. The president of the club was giving us a hard time, and so we move on to complete the Thomas Partey deal. And how we go about doing that was that initially we wanted the Thomas Partey deal to be a player, loan them a player and pay a part of the fee. So that the player would be Lucas Torreira, in which he went on loan to them. He's still on loan to them, but they would loan him with the option to buy, and also Atletico Madrid would have given us a set amount of money that we would have to pay. I think it would have about 25 million euros, and that would be the compensation for the Thomas Partey release clause. Now we were negotiating that from about 3 weeks now, and Atletico Madrid they constantly insisting that we should pay the release clause. Arsenal say, okay, we will pay the release clause, but guess what? You won't like when we're going to pay it. And that's exactly what happened. Arsenal waited until half an hour, 30 minutes to the closure of the transfer window, to went ahead and activated Thomas Partey release clause. Now, this gives Atletico Madrid no time and space to really go ahead with any of their transfers that they wanted to complete. And that was really aggressive and brave from Arsenal. And there's a strong possibility that we might cut ties with Atletico Madrid in regards to future transfers. And all in all, I'm glad we've been so aggressive with deals and not letting other clubs shove us over, because we're not a small club. We are a big club, and we have to respect that. And also, other clubs would have to respect that just to say, if you want to negotiate, we have no problem negotiating. Many clubs come for our players, we negotiate, we work out something, cut a deal. But now, when a club is playing hard hand in regards to their players with Arsenal, we can stand strong and hold our own and do what we think is right. And also, leave that particular club in the mud. Because right now, at this particular time, there's massive problem between the negotiation team at Atletico Madrid and the coach, which is Diego Simeone, in which he didn't understand why Thomas Partey had to go, because he had Thomas Partey in his plans for the 2020-2021 season. And just like that, Arsenal come and pulled him away right out of their palms, and left Diego Simeone fuming, very upset about the situation. But he only has the board to blame for that, because we tried to negotiate, we tried to work out a deal, we tried to structure some deal, and let things flow the correct and right procedure, in which will benefit both clubs. But for some reason, the board for Atletico Madrid decided that they don't think that would be the right way of going about doing things, or they're just trying to hold Arden, and because of that, they're now in problem with their own management. So I give Arsenal a thumbs up for that. Now, it's now an international break. Thomas Partey will be, when he's back, we'll see the pictures and what for. Now, the good thing about this Thomas Partey deal is that now we have the opportunity to move from a back three to a back four. But later today or tomorrow, depends on my schedule, I will do another breakdown on how I would want to see the team set up, and how I would love to see the team structure moving forward. Now, thank you for tuning in, and we're out.